what a day, man. Doesn't look too bad, right? It looks really nice. Probably kids are jumping for joy, but it took me over 4 hours to get from Lawn Lake to Hearst. And I'm inside a parking lot, so that's why I'm holding the camera. I'm not on the road because my GoPro doesn't have any juice left. So I just got some fuel. It's always pricey over here. $1.09 per liter. But I like this. I wanted to come here yesterday. That was the plan. But it was already getting late, like 5 o'clock. And I stay there, and I wake up in the morning and I see this, you know, and it started snowing really bad, and the roads were not plowed at all. And of course the worst part is when you're driving, the worst part is that your windshield ices like very fast, covers with ice. Your windshield wipers cannot clean the windshield anymore, and you know, you try to maybe use the windshield heater, it actually makes things worse. And I'm just gonna go out and show you what my truck looks like. But yeah, the snow is pretty bad. And just before this Hearst, finally I started seeing clean patches of the road. Before, it was pretty much all you can see is the yellow line. You know, all you see is the yellow line in between. So I'm just gonna park here in the middle, leave some room between me and that guy. But I got some fuel just in case it gets cold, you know, because I had less than half. So yeah, screw this, I'm not driving. Like, yeah, like I said, it doesn't seem too bad. Like, check this out, right? So it's snowing, okay, but you can see the snow is pretty fast, right? And so once you start driving, you know, and I see it blows this way, like, and I have to go that way. So once you start driving, the snow goes across your windshield, and of course it blows the snow from the side of the road, which makes things even worse. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here, see if it'll get better later. Yeah, and then you start driving, and if you don't use your windshield heater, the window starts fogging up. So you have to do this. As soon as you start doing this, your windshield wiper starts getting iced. You know, they get ice on them. I'm telling you. And I'm driving, and for some reason that side is always clear. And I'm thinking, what the heck? What's going on? Why that side is always clear? This side is covered in, you know, in ice. And even the windshield wiper, that one is always, you know, it has less ice on it. And I thought maybe it's my breath. You know, when you're driving, right? Look, you're breathing here warm air. And so I put my I was driving like this for a while, just trying to see if it was gonna make any difference, because this catches your breath, right? No, didn't help at all. And then for some reason I started getting some error messages here. This is the second time. Actually, I saw it yesterday. It says TC, tire check. I go outside yesterday, and it happens in cold weather. I don't even think I have those sensors anymore. Well, the tires were all, you know, we changed tires, right? I changed the position of tires. But yeah, you see how it's really, you know, nice weather. If this was Christmas, you know, and all you have to do is just walk around and get drunk, this is cool weather, you know. But if you're trying to drive, especially a big semi-truck, not so much. And you see the price over there, it's in green, that's diesel, 109.9, so $1.09, 0.9 Canadian, and gas is $12.9, which doesn't happen often. Usually diesel is more expensive. even though diesel is cheaper to make. But you see, people are driving, and I saw a bunch of trucks, but everybody was driving, you know, like 45-50 miles an hour. That's what I was doing. And then once I got closer, and you see now, actually, you see the snow now is blowing, and you see that what that guy is doing? He's hitting his wiper. That's what you gotta do every like 20-30 minutes. That's it. Oh, you see now, look, you see, look at the windshield wiper. You see, I was just sitting, right? But because the windshield was warm, because I was driving with the heater on, the windshield gets this. And I know some people will say, hey, you need to get some heated windshield wipers. I don't know a single person on a truck who has a heated windshield wipers, you know, unless you have some I think a car, like some fancy car might have some heated windshield wipers. But even on my Challenger I have basic windshield wipers. But you know, on the car it never is this bad for some reason. It's always in a truck because the wipers are much smaller, right? In a car you have like two huge wipers, and there's always, you know, less problems. Wow, check this out, you see? So it's super windy, which, like I said, does not help at all. Even if there's no snow actually falling, because of this wind, you see a lot of snow getting picked up from the side of the road. And again, the wind is from this way, from the north. Actually, wait a second, that's east. Yeah, the wind is blowing from the north right across the road. And so basically I'm falling behind, you know. I was supposed to be here yesterday, and then I thought maybe I would be in Cambridge like Monday morning, but now that I'm not sure. But since I don't have a load, I don't have anywhere to, you know, to rush. Like, there's no rush. Just want to be safe. I don't want to end up in the ditch. And one thing happened is that I'm driving, and the visibility is, you know, so-so, and I'm doing like, you know, just driving as per conditions, 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour, and I had my flashing lights on just to warn people. I had my headlights on, and all of a sudden I see a rabbit. I kid you not, a rabbit sitting in the middle of the road, more like in the middle of my lane. You know, broad daylight, the rabbit decided to sit in the middle of the road. So I start hitting my brakes. I see it's slippery, you know, and I cannot stop in time. And the stupid rabbit, instead of running to the left or to the right, it starts running forward, you know, and it just goes like this, slightly left, slightly right, but in general direction it keeps running forward. So I had no choice. I had to release my brakes, and just I took the foot off the throttle, and just the truck slowed down a little bit, and I don't know what happened with that rabbit. Maybe let's go take a look if there's any blood anywhere. I don't see anything. Maybe I missed him with the front. Oh wow, look at that. That pipe looks so ugly, all rusted. Wow, the coolant pipe. Yeah, this looks like Christmas, you know. You can draw some pictures, you know. SERGEI DRATCHEV heavy haul. See, this is pretty cool. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe some money sign. Well, the Jeep is still here. Everything is cool. And you see what I did this time? I used the rubber glove to go around the hydraulic hoses. Otherwise they get plugged with dirt and then you cannot use it. And that's the kind of snow we're talking about. You see? I just cleaned this like half an hour ago. So this video will be of particular interest to people from Australia, New Zealand and southern parts of US, because they probably don't see this kind of stuff. You know, this is exciting. Wow, what a day. You know, but like I said, at least I'm not in a rush. I don't have to go anywhere, so I'm just gonna wait out this bad weather. Yeah, what's the temperature now? I think it was like -3 Celsius. You know, usually when it's snowing, yeah, -2, which is 29-30 F. And usually, you know, when it's snowing, it's not cold. It cannot be cold and snow at the same time. That's just some biology science for you. Or physics. Yeah, so that's what's happening. So Northern Ontario, Hearst, Ontario, and the plans for today are just hide from the cold, do the video, and there's a restaurant here. So I got the fuel, $1.09, but what do you do? So that's $1.09 per liter, or rather $1.10. But it's good fuel. It's all clear, no flavors, you know. And there's Husky down the street, but I don't like that one. There's more space here. I can just pull in and sit in a straight line. But there's a restaurant here. It was closed during the pandemic. Now they're back open. And all these cars here, those people that are sitting now in the restaurant. So I want to go grab some brunch or late breakfast. But yeah, this is just ridiculous. Like, this is just a waste of time driving in this weather. Yeah, you can drive, but it's very tiring, very stressful, and it's dangerous. You can end up in the ditch, and then, you know, you can spend thousands of dollars on a tow truck. But you see, like, people are driving, but that's a reefer. And pretty much that's all I saw. I saw like people coming towards me, you know, from the opposite side as I was driving this way. Mostly were dry vans. Actually, surprisingly, I saw a couple of heavy haul guys. You know, you're not supposed to drive in such conditions, especially when there's snow on the road. It's prohibited. You cannot have an oversized load and drive. And yet I think I saw 3 guys driving from Hurst towards Long Lake. One guy had an excavator, one guy had some kind of a wheel loader, and another guy had another excavator. And they're all flashing lights, you know, they're not hiding, they have flags, but bad visibility, slippery road, snow on the road, no oversized loads are allowed. And there's a scale right here, but I guess once they passed it, nobody stopped them because the scale was closed. And across the road there's a Royal Canadian Legion, and they have a couple of cool self-propelled motors, or small, looks like a tank, but I know it's not a tank because the tower is huge, you know, the house, and it even has its own little trailer behind it, probably for supplies and weapons and stuff like that, for the shells or something, I don't know. And over here we have some kind of a, not sure what all those Ford trucks are doing there. There's no, I don't see any signs that there's a Ford dealer, but there's a police station over there right across the street. So this Royal Canadian Legion. But yeah, what I'm mostly interested in is the restaurant. So this is it. This is your Sunday update. So I'll probably stay here, yeah, because this is just ridiculous. And again, you see the windshield gets foggy right away. So I was driving and thinking, you know, I couldn't count. I was driving and counting the kilometers left, and it was taking forever because it's roughly 220 kilometers, 130 miles from Lone Lake to here. Like I said, it took me almost 4 hours, and I'm driving and it says 180 kilometers left, 150, 120, 100. And then I think the last 80 kilometers, 50 miles, they just lasted forever. I stopped like 2 or 3 times because the snow was getting worse. And I had to stop to clean the windshield, clean the windshield wipers. So I'm not sure how these guys are driving. Like, what's the rush, you know? But let them drive. They're probably all loaded. The dispatchers are pushing them, you know, go, 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 go. Don't worry about the snow. We'll pull you out from the ditch if you, you know, if you do something stupid. So keep going. So lucky for me, I'm my own boss, so I decide when to stop, when to go. And the upside of this situation, that I thought I'd be home by Sunday night, but the upside of this is that I'll be passing through Sudbury, and Sudbury, Ontario, quite often, you know, even North Bay, sometimes there's loads over there for me, for my trailer. Sometimes there's some kind of a used machinery, you know, used equipment that people sold to somebody in the States or overseas. And a couple of times I had to drive empty to Sudbury from Cambridge, which is, you know, it's pretty far. It's like 5 hours. And so now I'll be passing that Sudbury Monday. So I'm gonna check my load board and maybe post my truck is available in Sudbury for Monday. All right, this is it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.